My father, since the age of 18, had tried to cross over, but he kept getting caught, so naturally they would deport him. But sometimes there was some cruelty events happening, so they will capture him. So once he got deported, it took him a total of 3 times before he could actually cross over, and he had to cross over with a coyote. Each time it cost him $3,000, so every time he got deported, he had to save up again. In total, he probably ended up wasting around $10,000 in order just to get to the U.S.
So my parents actually came here when they were around my age. They were 20 years old, they met here in the USA, and they actually came to learn English and go back to teach it. However, thanks to the Ronald Reagan Act, the amnesty law, they were able to stay, and even though they were here legally because of these papers, they actually still had to struggle because of the language barrier. Growing up, they had to be working 2 to 3 jobs just to maintain a bill for the house. And I remember my dad actually working, he was painting cars in our garage and in our driveway, and oftentimes there would be people calling on the cops saying it smelled like paint, but you know what, at the end of the day, my dad was making extra money to help support me and my brother growing up.
My parents made the most sacrifice they did was picking up full-time shifts and sometimes having to do overtime in order to support us. They didn't want us to feel like we were missing stuff. They didn't want us to feel as if we were poor. But we always knew that our parents were struggling to make payments. But that didn't stop them. They said that they're gonna focus on the income, and all we have to do is focus on our education.
I think the biggest sacrifice that my mom and my dad made for me was coming to this country just so I could have a better future. My mom was actually 4 months pregnant when she crossed the border, and the reason why she did that was because my mom and my dad had very rough childhoods. Growing up in Mexico, they lived in poverty, so they didn't want that for me. Growing up as a child, I remember knowing what the word migra was, which is translated into border control in English. Even hearing that word from my parents' mouth would really terrify me as a child. I remember growing up and listening to these stories from my family members saying how these men would just come and deport people without papers. And to me, that was just very scary, just knowing that one day I might come home from school and my parents might not even be there. I remember it was just very difficult for me growing up and just knowing that they were unwanted in this country.
I witnessed a lot of families around me being torn apart, and it was, as a child, I didn't really understand what was going on until later on when I entered grade school and even high school. I started to see other people's thoughts on the issue, and from my side, the whole issue of breaking a family apart was at its core wrong and immoral. I started to see the people on the other side, and it was honestly kind of hard to picture your own friends kind of thinking less of you just because they knew you came from a family of immigrants.
And my parents' goal was to not only provide for themselves a better life, but also for the future children, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.
And now more than ever, deportation has actually become a really great issue. We have actually seen a lot of people being very straightforward about their opinions, whether it's racist opinions, but at the end of the day, I really hope that people would see all the damage that they're actually causing to the families that are being deported. And all they want to do is just have a better life for them and their children and their future generations, and something that I really hope people could actually see and know that they don't come here to damage anything, they just come here to have a chance.